What's up, beautiful people? I am Catherine, as you've already seen a couple of videos before, and I am here at Bilox Beauty Supply. I have gotten a lot of positive feedback from most of you who are trying to open your beauty supply stores, which is nice. I'm pretty excited for every one of you. If you're out there, you're still wondering if you should open, I'm gonna say go for it, just go for it. It's gonna be a tough journey for you, yes. It's gonna be easy if you make it, yes. It's gonna be fulfilling, yes. It's gonna be hard at sometimes, yes. But this is it. If you want it, go for it. I mean, you don't want to sit back 10 years, 20 years down the line and you're like, I should have done it, just do it. A lot of you have been curious about how I ended up in this store, especially since I have mentioned before that it was a Korean store, and I'm here to share that story. So I'm sharing with you my journey of how I started my beauty supply store. So let's get going. Wow. I have mentioned in a previous video that I am originally from Kenya. So I moved to the US. I moved here and my hair came with me and I was trying to do my hair. So I was looking for somewhere that I can do my hair, and I realized braiding my hair is like $180, $200 to do my hair. And I'm like, I'm from Africa. We pay a lot, like $30 max. Like you really cannot spend $200 just on hair. It's not possible. So that just made me not do my hair. I was really stressed out, and my husband was like, go ahead, do your hair. And I'm like, I cannot bring myself to spend that kind of money. So I started trying to do the hair myself, and I would go to the beauty supply stores to get my supplies so that I can do my hair. And I kind of got used to doing my hair. It wasn't perfect. He didn't like it. He kept saying, just do it, pay for it. Then I decided, you know what, I'm gonna be smart. I'm gonna buy out myself a wig. So I took myself again to the beauty supply store. I asked for some wigs. They sell a lot of synthetics, which we do. Synthetic wigs are very popular, but at that point I'm thinking, like, I'm not gonna spend $80, $60 on a synthetic wig. No, and that's, I'm looking at a decent style that I like. So I decided I want a human hair wig, and I asked, and I was told like $300, $400, and I'm like, no. I had bought a really nice wig when I was in Kenya for like $200, and it was really nice. And I'm like, for $200 I can get myself a nice wig, and even for way less, because these people who are selling it to me bought it for way less. So I had bought some hair before from China, so I kind of knew the price, and I was like, I'm not paying $400 for hair. I decided to go ahead and order hair from China. I told my husband, fine, I'm gonna do my hair, give me the money, then I'm going to buy myself a wig. I did my research. I found some nice suppliers that I was willing to place my first order. So I was gonna buy wholesale so that it makes financial sense for me. I talked to my husband and I was like, yeah, I need $600 to buy myself a wig. It's like $600. I said, well, I'm gonna buy a couple of them and I'm gonna sell them, flip them, and I'll give you your money back. And he's like, okay, fine. He gave me $600 and I bought some wigs. I think I bought 5 or 6 wigs, I'm not sure. So my hair comes in. I picked the one that I like. Actually, I picked one style and I sold the rest. And then I actually think I made the $600 back. I sold 2 wigs for like $280 and like $340. So I made the $600 in like my first 2 transactions. And I had the money and I took it back to my husband. I'm like, here's the $600 that he loaned me. And he's like, wait, what? I said, yeah. And he said, have you sold everything? I said, no. He's like, okay, fine, keep that money as investment, so you can so I sold the rest of the hair and I made more patches. At this time I added more money, so I made a more like a larger buy, and then I sold that. So at this time, while I was selling this second batch, I felt like I need to get myself like some mannequin heads and take some nice proper pictures and stuff like that. So again, I searched beauty supply store near me, and the one that I used to go was closed on this particular day near me, and I saw this location was open. So I called. I'm like, hey, I'm looking for some mannequin heads, do you sell them? And she's like, yeah, I do. She was a lady. So she says, yeah, I do. I'm like, okay, fine, I'm coming over there. And my phone was actually dying. My charge was very low at this point. So I rushed in here real quick and we started talking. And she's like, what do you need the mannequin heads for? I said, well, I sell hair online. She's like, how's the business? I'm like, you know, pretty good. I kind of like it. And she's like, okay, you know, why don't you have a store? Because I was telling her how, you know, some clients like to have a store where they can try the wig, and I was having to bring clients inside the house when I was selling these wigs at that point. And my husband wasn't also interested in bringing people in our own house. So I was like, yeah, at some point I'm probably going to consider having a storefront so that people can try the wigs and stuff like that. So we continued talking, and she's like, would you be interested in a store like this? And she, you know, she's asking me like, this store? And I'm looking around and I'm like, this is too big for me, you know, maybe a quarter, like, you know. And I was like, maybe just, you know, this quarter, this part will be perfect for me. I don't need the whole space. And she's like, really, you don't want to have a big store? And I'm like, oh my good lord, I'm just looking at the store, I'm feeling like, oh my gosh, I cannot do this. And she said, well, I'm selling. And I was like, you're selling? Okay, how much? And she's like, she wrote the number down and she showed me like, and I'm like, not as bad as I thought. Like, it was actually really an affordable number. So I said, do you mind if I snap some quick pictures and videos of what, you know, the store? I'm gonna share probably a tiny bit video of what the store used to look like then. So I said I need to speak with my husband. So I texted my husband right away. I'm like, oh my gosh, I think we have a deal in our hands. And I went home and I talked to him, and that same day we drove back to this location, and my husband came and he looked around and he's like, okay, you know, it's something that we can consider. I was super excited at this time. Now let me tell you, I was pregnant at this moment. So I'm telling my husband we need to buy a store, and I'm pregnant, and my husband is looking at me like I'm crazy because I have a child coming and I want a store. This is crazy. So we decided to start finding help on how to open the store. So we did find an organization. I'm not gonna say the name, but we did find an organization and paid membership. It wasn't a lot of money. It was like, I think $300 or $350. And we were so excited, we were so stoked, and we were talking with this guy, and pretty much from the beginning we kind of realized he was trying to sell us things that he's selling. You know, like he wanted us to order hair from him, products from him, and we, you know, we were just hoping for like guidance and vendors and stuff like that. You know, I've already done a video on where to get your vendors, so you're welcome. You can just go and watch that. But we didn't get that from this guy, so it was kind of like groundwork. So I had to like find more information about this business. We didn't get any help with that, but we were finding out more information about the business. We drove to a couple of beauty supply stores. We looked at products they have. We started looking for wholesalers, distributors, and all that. We also asked this lady, the owner of this place before, on her financials. So we wanted to look at how much she sells every month, and we can see that with the taxes. And she was saying that this is what I sell. I have good months, I have bad months, whatever. And yes, these bad months, like January was really bad for us. It was tough. February is trying to pick up, so I'm pretty excited for that. But this is not the right season. Like, I think beauty supply stores, good season is like April going forward all the way to December. Then it kind of like slams and slows down. So just keep that in mind as well when you're planning your finances. You want to save up to take care of bills from January and February. So whatever money she was asking for the store was too much for what she was offering. This store did have a lot of old inventory, expired stock, expired products that are not popular anymore, old stock, dead stock. No money can come out of that. We called in a consultant, and the consultant came in and she looked into the store, and she said, yeah, this store I wouldn't pay, even our maximum I'd pay is like half of what she's asking. And when we offered her with the half, she said no. So she was not interested in talking to us anymore. At this time, we had already gotten in touch with the landlord, and we knew she's getting out. So we told the landlord, when she gets out, we're ready to come in. And the store was built up as well. The retail shelves and everything was in there, but she started ripping everything out. She called some people to come take out their inventory. So when we got this space, there was no merchandise, there was no stock, there was no products, there was no hair. Everything was gone. At this point, I'm really excited to open the store. I don't want her to take out everything, because the build outs, just store build outs, will cost you a lot of money. You're probably looking at like 10,000-15,000 just to do a build out. It's gonna be expensive. So we didn't want her to rip out everything, because it's also gonna cost her money. And I know she was gonna pay someone, I think 4,000, to come rip out the store and everything and like clear everything out. So I said, hey, instead of doing that, why don't I give you that money and you can leave everything in the store? And she did not want that. She was really pissed off with us at this point. She did not want to even consider that we would use any of her hard work. Ultimately, there was no sale. She left. We took over. We did a lot of cleaning. This place was a mess. There was a lot of old merchandise that was left in here, so we had to do a lot of, taking out garbage. We had to hire a dumpster to throw away a lot of stuff in the back, old equipment, old furniture. It was really messy, but we did build up a store. So we built everything from the ground up. We brought in all the products, we brought in all the hair, we brought in everything that you see here. That's how we got to where we are right now. And everything was patience, consistency, perseverance. There's gonna be a lot of trials when you're doing this. You get in super excited, believing in your dream, and then you get hit by reality. There's all these things that need to be done. There's a lot of expenses that you don't even think about. There's insurance, there's internet, there's utilities, gas, water, there's permits and everything. There's finding employees, which is really difficult. Then there's vendors who don't want to sell any products to you, and there's vendors who will sell to you, and there's vendors who will force you to take more. This is what you want, go for it. We've survived. This is now our 5th month of business. Business right now is surviving, it's paying for itself, it's bringing in the money, paying for expenses, and trying to keep the shelves restocked. So we're not taking any money out of the business right now. We're not paying ourselves anything. We're not taking any profits out of the business right now. It's just money sells, money goes in, money sells, money goes in. We're still building the business. If you're planning to open a store, you need to keep that in mind. Right now we're surviving on my husband's income. If I didn't have him, I might have had to get a second job so I can take care of myself while the business takes care of itself. So this is the ultimate truth. This is the ultimate reality. Believe in your dream, but have a plan. Know what you're getting yourself into. It's beautiful and everything to have a business, but it also a lot of commitment. You have to show up. If you don't show up, the store is not gonna open. If you have employees, you need to have reliable, dependable employees. Am I excited that I opened? Of course I am. I love it. This is what makes me excited every morning. I'm excited to wake up and go to work. I'm super stoked. Is it challenging? Yes. Am I willing to persevere? Yes. There are stores that are closing down as well. There are black stores that are closing down. The main problem is finance. Getting funding is difficult. We started everything with savings from family and friends and our own savings. So you need to figure out how you're gonna handle that, because the business is gonna eat money. It's gonna just take money until it's able to sustain itself and start giving you the money. Okay, I hope I haven't scared you. Decide, should you open? I'd say go for it. First plan, and then go for it. If it's something that you want to do every single day of your life, every single day of my life. Hopefully I plan to stop working every day. Like, I would like to have an employee, But until then, I'll be here until we get to that step and scale up the business, and then I can just manage it and I don't have to be here. That's the plan. Alrighty, I hope to see you guys in the next video. The next video I'll be helping you. Oh wait, someone mentioned to me that I haven't done a wig tour. Like, I did the products, but I haven't done a wig tour, the kind of wigs that you need to have in your store. So I'm gonna be doing that next. And then I'm also going to do another video of pricing. Pricing is very important, so you need to know how to price your products and make profit and still be competitive with your, you know, surrounding competition. I have a store that's literally down the block. It's like 3 minutes away from here. They're fully stocked, and yes, they are my competition. But with wigs, I am their competition. Wigs, we have everything. Wig wise, product wise, we're still working on it. Weaving hair, we're kind of working on it. I'm trying to open like a Walmart. No, focus on one thing, make it perfect, move to the next, make it perfect, move to the next, make it perfect. So right now we're good on wigs, we're good on extensions, we're working on the tracking hair, and products will get there at some point in the future. I am so excited to share my journey with you guys, and I'm so excited to hear all your, you know, your journey. Share with me. Instagram and Facebook, Bilax Beauty Supply. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.